Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Morgan here, and I also have Trent.
And Trent. I'm here for once.
We are casting potentially, well, it is our final Overwatch 2 game of the season. Super exciting. Keene State versus RIT White tonight. How are you feeling, Trent?
I'm feeling excited. I mean, it's a Wednesday. Yesterday was, what, Season 16 launch day? A lot of changes. Not many actually pertain to us. There's a new stadium game mode. There's a new hero. Obviously, we don't have access to any of that for esports use. I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to see Freya, but...
Would be nice to see the new hero Freya, but won't see her tonight. We also got hero bans. Not, again, going to be applicable to us tonight, but I know our team has been practicing, and we've gotten the feedback from them. They've seemed to really like hero bans so far.
Yeah. I mean, you look at pretty much every other esport ready game, and there's been hero bans pretty much from the beginning. I know R6 is a big one for that. Blanking on others, but
I mean, Marvel Rivals.
Again, oh yeah.
To point the comparisons, I'm pretty sure like League of Legends also does. No, completely different game, but
I wouldn't know. I take showers.
No. Listen. Yeah, but hero bans are coming. That could be something we see in future seasons.
Oh
here
my god, I
on
would
Playfly.
love to see esports comp hero bans for Overwatch 2.
I think that'd be really fun for our team.
Get the maze out of here.
Get the maze out. Speaking of May, she did get one of the updates yesterday.
Here we go.
So probably about like 3 major character changes.
At least for
in
us.
This update. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's if they're always tuning the game, but one is that May can now take a perk that brings back her classic ability, where if she points and shoots her spray long enough, she will freeze the person in place, which I've heard it takes longer than it used to.
Yeah, we did hear from Coach Mike, who gave us a brief rundown of the important patch notes for Keene State tonight. And he did mention that while May does have her left click freeze back, it is a much longer time for that to actually occur. A couple of the other ones, the big one that I noted was Orisa now has 33% reduced overheat on her primary fire if she's maintaining her shots, especially headshots. Yeah. That means she can just be pumping out so much more damage. She can be so much more of a threat and so much more of a powerhouse. Maybe not Overwatch 2 Day 1 launch Orisa. Hopefully never back to that again. That was if you guys weren't there for that, you are so lucky you missed that brief period of history. But she was so dominating in every single meta. Yeah. I hope we don't go back to that.
No, it seems like the game now is in a much healthier state, but we'll see how these changes are going. Like we said, they're always tweaking and changing
one way or another
little things in the game. Another thing is Roadhog did get an adjustment to a perk where he can have more sustained healing, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was instead of Pigpen dealing more damage, it will give him, I think it was longer duration of Take a Breather or more health gained from Take a Breather, something like that. And then the other big one was Sombra.
Sombra, yes,
who might be using tonight.
we'll see. No, but Sombra now, with her virus that she puts on people, now that will kind of spread to people within 8 meters, I think was the stat. So that's pretty big news, because if a Sombra hits one player in a crowd of characters,
people,
everyone's going to get sick. And get the virus. So, yeah, very fun. Maybe.
Oh, there we go. Technical difficulties there for a minute. Taking a look at the starting lineup for Keene State here, we are going to be seeing Hot Pocket for the tank. Now, I will say I would predict Roadhog. However, since we are Seed 2 and we are going against RIT White, who is Seed 1, they actually get first map pick, not us tonight. So they might go Ilios. Mike was saying something that might be Busan, though. We will have to wait and see for that. So with that Roadhog kind of perk rework, we'll probably see him in play tonight. We are also going to be seeing Goofy and Hoodnut for our DPS most likely, and then Shadow and Krimgo for our supports.
Yeah. So gonna be our, we feel like we're pretty consistent. We have these players. This is our consistent starting lineup.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them tonight. We're excited to see what map the RIT White chooses for us tonight. I think one more thing that to keep in mind is, so far this year we have lost one game to one team, and that is RIT White at the beginning of this season. So this is quite the little storyline going on here, where after that first loss, we did have to work our way up, and now we're going up against them in the finals. So
and to kind of double back onto that we are in a higher tier division now. That was our first game in this division. Hoodnut did promise us we aren't going to lose a single more game this season.
He did promise us that.
We had a little chat about that post-game interview last time, 2 weeks, and he said that trend is going to continue.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I'm really excited. I'm proud of our team for making it this far. I mean, winning first season, now in the semifinals.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with our progress. I think our team is too. So let's get this win tonight. Let's wish, RIT White best of luck. Hope they do the same for us. Let's get a good game out here.
And speaking of RIT White, it does look like they picked Oasis for first map. Not going to lie, I entirely forgot that this was a possible pick, that this was even in the map pool for Esports this season.
No one has picked this, so this might be a way to shake us up.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a good map. I'm not going to hate on it. And we are going to see Crimson Ghost on the Lucio, who did also get a little bit of a perk rework. When he uses his ultimate, he also gets a little heal boost at the same time, which in a life or death situation can absolutely change the game. And we are going to be seeing Crimson Ghost getting very weak there. Need to get some help from Shadow on the Kiriko.
Oh,
not quite going to make it. Nice pick from Hot Pocket onto the enemy Venture. Is getting dove by the Winston. Nice hook.
Nice.
And this is the Roadhog we live for.
We want to try and stay on that point so we can capture it, and good job. Keene State got the point to start. Very interesting maneuver going on there. I don't know, it was sort of like our teams were chasing each other around the point. No one wanted to kind of step in.
They're all allergic to
Not
it.
the hook.
It's the summer allergies, right?
Yeah, summer allergy.
We are, and I haven't noticed or mentioned this, we were seeing Hoodnut on the Genji to begin with, but he has opted to switch onto the Venture. Hot Pocket getting dropped very low here, and Hoodnut actually Venture diffing to keep him alive.
Yeah, we lost Crimson Ghost. Goofy McGoop goes down. Let's see what Hoodnut is up to here.
He's trying his best to stay alive. Using that Venture mobility to grab a health pack and move over to both supports. looking at the ultimate games here, there is an enemy Tracer in Kiriko. Oh, never mind. The Kiriko is going to go down.
Oh.
She's going to have to wait for next fight to use it. Hot Pocket, Hooding Up, both finding 2 kills. Shadow, Hot Pocket, and Goofy all have their ults ready to use. Playing a bit of Frogger here.
Oh.
Manages to get the hooking kill.
Keene State doing pretty good here, holding down this point, picking off RIT White. RIT White was able to get that point, build a little bit of percentage, but we're still ahead in this game.
Yeah, and we do see Shadow holding this height, but is getting dove by the Winston. He's going to have to teleport out, using that TP Suzu to cleanse himself, get himself healthy.
Yeah, he was holding on to that ult for the right moment.
Yeah, very nice spot for this Kutsune going down the hall.
Oh!
Hot Pocket once again just showing off the power of the CC hooks.
Nice. Keene State having a strong hold on this point. We still have 3 ultimates with RIT White having 2, and they'll have a 3rd by the time we start. But yeah, it's important that we use these ults before the end of the round.
Speaking of Orisa, we are going to see the Winston swapping off of that dive character and onto the Orisa. Hot Pocket using his ult to try and force them away. Enemy beat did go down though. Pulse Bomb goes out, finds nobody, but Hooding Up makes sure that there is people dead at the end of that fight.
Nice. So someone's still on point here. We gotta find them. We got an enemy Venture.
Almost hooking them back onto point there.
Awesome.
Keene State is going to secure the first objective.
Awesome. Good game with RIT White. We traded a bit there, and you know,
quite a lot of close team fights there.
Yeah, but Hot Pocket was holding it down with Hog there. That was impressive. A lot of kills on the feed, and felt like a very dominant force on that point.
Yeah. And honestly, as a spectator to this, I'm really surprised that the enemy tank was opting to stay on Winston for that long. When it comes to a tank duel, you don't want to really be Winston against a Roadhog. Your only survivability options are playing with your team to focus fire, having your leap off cooldown to get away and hope that you don't get hooked back in, or having bubble to play around.
Yeah.
And it does look like Hot Pocket just hooked the Orisa into the middle of pit.
Yeah. Keeping her out from in front of her team so that she can't take any damage. It's a pretty smart move.
Hot Pocket trying to stay alive here. There is 3 of RIT looking at him.
No.
He does get antied there and jabbed and everything else.
He was focused down quite a bit there. The enemy team, RIT White, does have an Ana, which can be very detrimental to Hog. So curious how Keene State is going to respond here, see if we change immediately, or if we decide to play this out a little farther.
Yeah, and there was a triple kill for the enemy Venture, unfortunately. We are going to be seeing Goofy switching onto that Cassidy, probably to deal with Danger Noodle on the Ana. But there's also a Brigitte that they need to think about too, who it seems is just playing as a mini Reinhardt in front of this Ana to keep her alive.
There goes, yeah, they did the same maneuver where they were trying to focus down Hot Pocket, anti, but it's not enough.
The Orisa does go down here. There's an Echo now playing bottom underneath stairs. Nice shots from Goofy, taking them out.
Does not miss. Oh, Crimson Ghost getting low. Yeah.
I was going to say hot take, but it's just a valid take. I think Goofy is one of the biggest pickups that we have had for this team. Having somebody that can play this Cassidy, play this Tracer, focus the close range and the long range and the DPS duels is incredibly powerful.
We have quite the flexible composition. For sure, being able to cover all the bases, and that's important. As
Hoodnut gets juggled around there. Everybody is pressing Q here. There was Kitsune from Keene State. There was Duplicate from the Echo. There was Rally. I think there was Nano there at some point.
Yeah.
Keene State is going to come back and have 4 ults available to use, though.
Yeah. Compared to RIT White that has 2 ults, you know, it's looking like we have a good chance to get this back. But that's if Hot Pocket can stay up that.
Hot Pocket trying to stay alive. Absolutely abusing the fact that he can use Take a Breather midway through Whole Hog. The hook does not connect, but he's staying alive. Somebody does walk into his pig pen.
Oh, the hook bounces off the shield.
He'll have it in just a couple of seconds, though.
Yeah, Keene State was able to recap that point. RIT White looking at 84% with Keene probably going to get to 50 before they're able to touch points. So pretty close game here.
Yeah. Arisa does get hooked in and barely misses that jab onto Goofy. You hate to see that if you're an RIT White fan. Terra Surge does come out. Hot Pocket trying to diff the enemy Venture, but just gets caught out by so many enemies.
Yeah, that Ana
Crimson Ghost barely surviving, and he gets taken down.
Trying to build that percentage for our team. We're still close. We're still in this game. Probably have a chance for one more push here from Keene State.
Yeah, and Hot Pocket switching on to the Doomfist now. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We don't usually see a lot of Hot Pocket Doomfist.
Not recently, not with Roadhog. Ooh.
Nano is going to be going out onto the enemy Venture.
Yeah, we want to get those fast characters on there. Try to get on point. So close. Oh.
And it looks like RIT White is going to be taking second objective.
Oh, that's okay. We're still not over on this round. Remember, it's best out of 3 for this first game here. So
4 control, yeah.
Going to the 4th control point. Or third control.
Third. If we're going to 4th, there's something seriously messed up.
We need to check on that.
We might need to get a PC check if we're going to 4th.
Check, yeah. Well, what's going on? No, we saw a lot of you know, we saw some like challenges for sure there.
Yeah. I think the switch onto the Echo and just us in the Arisa and us having to try and adapt to that.
Yeah.
Just happened a little too late for Keene State.
I don't think didn't feel like we were struggling there, so I'm still very, very confident in our team's ability.
Yeah. I'm never not confident.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'm less confident, but I'm never unconfident. It's called blind eye faith.
Oh, blind eye faith. Or is it caster
in bias?
Curse? Is it caster curse?
No. It's not caster curse. I would never caster curse. Ooh, very nice CP from Shadowstorm, keeping him alive and keeping him out of that hack. Big Pen does get triggered. And that is 3 people looking at Hot Pocket there.
Yeah, that is just unfortunately not much Hot Pocket can do in those situations where the whole team just looks at him.
Yeah,
and he's naded by Ana.
We are seeing some nice shots coming out from Shadow, just building up that ult charge. Goofy is switching onto the Sombra and Hot Pocket onto the D.Va.
Yeah, changing things up. Waiting for them to drop down. Oh.
Ooh, trying to boop them off. Oh. Almost got the brig. I think she dashed there to stay alive.
Yeah, impressive maneuvers.
You hate to see it, but also really good movement tech. You gotta support it. Crimson Ghost trying to stay alive here. Doing his best. It looks like he is gonna grab that mini pack and stay alive.
Yeah, that Arisa.
Hot Pocket just putting out so much damage right now, but he's got to watch his health bar too. Enemy Rally is going to be popped here.
Yeah, we talked about that Arisa with the update being potentially a challenge, so
yeah,
we're seeing that in the damage that she can really dish out here, especially with that Ana.
Yeah,
it's a challenge.
Yeah.
If they can hit that shot, it's like, oof. But There's still a lot of game to go, so.
Yeah, and we are going to have Shadow's ult here. Hot Pocket switching back onto the Doomfist. See if this will work out for us. We do have to be wary of a potential Nano Blade here. Never mind, Hot Pocket is going to take care of that Nano, and that Blade is going to be taken care of too.
It's exactly what we want our players to do, and nice.
Goofy showcasing his Tracer gameplay right now.
Amazing.
The team is in just complete synergy now.
They're in their flow state for sure right there.
We just got to maintain control of this point because RIT White did get 96%.
It's just a little 96%. But we're still winning in that ult game right now. We have more ults.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think we used a single ult there to take that back.
We did not. Hot Pocket got that charge off for that Ana, and that was all we needed for that fight. That is going to be our Kitsune coming out here.
Oh, Shadow Storm goes down.
Shadow goes down, but Goofy and Crimson Ghost are going to be picking up a couple hit kills. Huna's going to be picking up 1, too.
Oh, kills.
Oh, and the Tracer's going to opt to just die to get that quick reset.
No, that's fair to get that reset in. I don't blame him.
I think Hot Pocket is taking a little clip for the montage there.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see that clip later where I was focused on Hudna there. Maybe we'll play the game.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Oh, whoa.
Oh my God, we are going to see a Meteor Strike. He's looking at this Ana.
Yeah, they don't like this Ana. Where'd it go?
I think it got stuck in the roof.
They want that Ana so badly.
It's not a want, it's a need. And we are maybe going to find
it.
That's both supports down for Keene or for RIT, but we have to look at this point because they just recapped.
Uh-oh.
Keene is in a 4v3 right now.
And we got to play it safe. We don't want to die.
Goofy grabbing the Mega in mid. Or, sorry, not Goofy. Yeah, Goofy. Shadow putting out heals, putting out damage. Does get a TP.
Stuck. Oh.
That's that TP Suzu getting rid of that pulse
Hot Pocket
bomb.
Getting knocked off. 99% holding on.
Keene is retaking. We cannot leave this point. Recall coming in just in time.
Yeah, we got to hold on to this.
We are going to be seeing Hot Pocket looking for some kills here.
We just lost both our supports. But
they lost their Tracer, and he's looking for more blood.
He almost has all. He's holding on to that. We're both at 99%.
Venture's so weak there.
Can he get ults? No.
No. Crimson Ghost is still alive here. He is still maintaining point.
99% is crazy. We got our fastest people out here. Crimson Ghost holding on for dear life.
He's trying to.
Oh, no.
We are seeing Meteor Strike to get back on point.
Ah!
He does land it.
Oh,
and he gets booped away.
So close, but that was quite the bitter fight right there.
I was going to say, that first, for a map we have not played, I think, at all in the history of Keene State Overwatch Esports.
Nice. Hot Pocket.
As Hot Pocket is breaking it down for us.
Yeah.
Gaining 99%.
That's crazy.
That gives me hope for the rest of these games.
This is going to be a good night.
As he just absolutely shuts down that Brigitte.
that play was great. Keene State definitely had the right move there, switching to targeting those supports.
Yeah.
I think that definitely made a difference. And I think we'll see that in our next couple maps. So
yeah.
Stay tuned. Just a reminder that tonight's game on the Owls Media Network is brought to you by New Hampshire Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH or call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
And we will be right back.
We are here after some debate between Trent. We did remember that we went to hybrid. This is one of our favorites. This is also one of the community's favorites, so I wouldn't be surprised.
You know it, you love it.
Yeah.
If you don't,
White
you're about
probably
to.
loves this map too, so I'm curious.
In my humble opinion, this is one of, if not the most well-balanced hybrid maps.
Yes. Yes.
There's several choke points, and most of them don't favor one team over the other. Most of these chokes are a 50-50 contest every single time. The bus is more defensive heavy, yes. But then you go to overpass, where it is a 50-50 fight. Then you go to second bend past the gift shop and everything, and that's also a 50-50. Like, you just have to win in the ult game, really. You have to win in the team fights.
This is a tough map for both ways. Keene State here, we are going to be attacking first.
Yeah.
It's a couple changes on our roster. We do see Midas and Tut stepping in for Goofy and Hot Pocket, which is traditional on these sorts of maps.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a very nice anti coming out onto that Orisa, but Shadow has to watch out here.
Yeah, poor
Crimson
Shadow.
Ghost trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, and Shadow was trying to shoot Midas through. He was like, please.
But that is going to go down here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And there is that enemy Mei who we were talking about.
Yeah, we are not a fan of Mei's. We're going to back
Midas
up.
going down. And Tut is on the Sojourn here.
Yeah.
Very interesting plays.
Good stuff. Yeah, we definitely see RIT White taking advantage of these updates yesterday with maintaining that Orisa and also now having the Mei on their team.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing a Juno on there for RIT, one of RIT's support players.
Yeah, jumping. They want to get that Juno if possible.
Juno on it doesn't matter.
Displace
Midas just
them.
wants blood.
Yeah, he wants to displace them. Oh, we lost Hood Nut. Unfortunately, those RIT supports are just backing out of the way, which is
so much damage coming out from Tut here.
Yeah, we have started to move on to the point, but RIT White's coming back in.
Tut does get jabbed, but uses his shift to get out.
Oh, twice.
Midas needs to back up here, getting critically low.
Oh.
But not looking for an opportunity to get a pick here.
There we go.
Does get nanoed. Doesn't have a blade to complement it. Enemy Orisa and Ana are going to be taking picks onto Keene State here.
Yeah, we're trying to get those supports, but the mobility on them is just crazy, especially Juno.
Yeah. Juno, I definitely don't know how to play her, but she looks really fun to play.
Yeah. We are going to lose Crimson Ghost there.
Juno does go down.
Yes, finally a pick. Big anti. Monkey,
Dragon
Monkey.
Blade and Primal Rage are coming out here. Midas trying to stay alive. 10 HP in a dream.
Oh. That dream was to live, and it came true.
Diving onto the Orisa. We are down to our last minute. We do have Kitsune up here.
Yeah, we're keeping RIT away. We got a tick. Can we hold it? Can we get a second tick? No, we're stopped.
Very close. We do have 45 seconds. And Hoodnut is going to go down here. Top barely getting out of that
great
Terra
mobility,
Surge.
great mobility. Midas switching over to Zarya here.
And Hoodnut onto the Venture.
Might be a good change against this. Oh, uh-oh. Amped
Midas
up.
is amped all the way up here,
Juicy.
seeing at 85%.
See if he can stay alive here, maintain it.
This Orisa needs to get burned here if we want any chance. And the Mei follows quickly after.
Nice. And that's going to be it. Oh,
just in the nick of time.
Amazing, amazing. That Midas switch to Zarya, I think, was really important and saved that round.
In there, Orisa was definitely not expecting that. Just immediately burning through Midas's bubble, getting him all the way up. What was he at? Like 97%
almost
there?
100, yeah. No, Zarya is definitely one of those tanks that's hard to face if you're not prepared. You know, there's two ways to kill a Zarya. You either hit her as hard as you can and burn her shield, or you ignore her. And Midas is really hard to ignore.
Yeah, Midas is one of those tank players that loves to get right up into your face, loves to be taking the damage so the rest of his team isn't. It's a blessing and a curse. Maywall did go down, but the payload kept pushing and got rid of it.
Oh, we have
Kitsune going out.
Kitsune. They're picking up that Sojourn. Nice.
Ooh, very nice pick from Midas.
But not getting away. They're looking for the support. Oh.
Does find the Ana.
Oh.
Terra Surge goes down. You know what? It's a solo ult. I will take it.
I'll take it. Oh.
Ooh,
very
and Hoodnut does go
unfortunate
down.
there. Okay, we're backing up. Just a moment to recover.
We do have numbers advantage right now.
Yeah.
And we do still have a minute to push.
And pretty even on the ult game, actually. I was going to say we might have an advantage, but I don't think so.
A very slight advantage. Midas is going to get his ult very quickly here.
Yeah, Midas already building up. 11, 7, no, not too much, but he has it.
Might see a Graviton come out here very soon. He just has to be wary of his health.
Oh.
At least he didn't pop ult there. This Orisa is antied, but Satellite Vector is going to be keeping her alive.
Oh.
But finds a kill onto the Mei, but Shao needs to stay up here.
Yeah, we'll get out. We still have 15 seconds to return. Oh, no.
Oh.
Hoodnut. Wow.
Hoodnut just barely staying alive. We need to touch here. Can you say it's 2 seconds?
We got the touch.
And we are just going to be getting the touch. Midas doing his best to stay alive. Mail is going to be coming out here as well.
Unfortunately, not much we can do here. Just live.
Hoodnut is contesting. Doing his best to stay alive there. It is unfortunately not going to be enough. Can you say he's going to push it to 71 meters, though?
Oof. Yeah, so now we will be flipping, and RIT White needs to push it to 7101 meters. So.
Yes.
Or if they don't, then we win. So.
Yeah. And
tough match. This is a hard point. RIT White, you know, you don't get to the finale and expect it to be a cakewalk. To be easy. Exactly. We are
it's
up
finals
a
for a reason. This is the championship right here, folks.
You know, I'm clenching my hands, getting sweaty watching this.
I am completely edge of seat shrimp post right now.
The natural drunk rat main pose.
Yes, indeed.
So Keene State's going to be defending. We do see a little bit of a roster change up.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be seeing Shadow and Krimgo, Midas, Tut, and Hoodnut. We're going to be seeing that Moira coming out.
Yeah.
And switching from a Kiriko to a Moira does have its benefits, but I'm wondering if it's going to be better than having that Suzu, having that TP.
Yeah, definitely a lot more utility with Kiriko, but if you can't even get the utility off, then, you know, it might not be worth it. So Crimson Ghost is a great Kiri, but this team is hard. This is their
Crimson Ghost and Shadow Storm, both of them are so very great supports. Anti is actually going to connect onto that Orisa. And we are going to be seeing the Mei switching onto a Pharah, one of the other most annoying characters in the game.
Oh, no.
In my opinion, I say as a Junkrat player.
We lose Midas.
Midas is going to go down, but Tut did kill that Pharah.
Oof.
Ooh,
That
jab is going to connect. I don't know if Tut is looking to try and contest here or not. I don't think he really has the capabilities to.
Yeah. Might go in at the last second. Looks like someone's touching point.
Tut is going to diff the Sojourn right there. Midas building up charge.
Yeah, 80%.
Just absolutely beaming them down. Looking
Going
at the
for that
enemy
support.
Ana.
It's like, no.
Massive pick.
Get out. Okay, we're able to hold. They got 2 ticks, but we were able to hold.
Just deep breath. We got this.
Yeah, I think the Zarya is going to be a very good pick for this map.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And just as I say it, the Bagel is switching back onto the Mei.
Yes.
You hate to see it.
We hate to see the Mei.
Nice healing coming out from Shadow.
We're all on low ground right now, so we need to be careful.
That Orisa is getting so weak, but is also just getting pumped full of heals.
Nice, gotta watch out.
Midas trying to stay up here.
Oh, just
and he is
going to
go down.
Damage.
Fade is going to be keeping Crimson Ghost alive for now, and
they're going to take that point.
That's on me. That's the caster curse.
It's the caster curse. It's okay. So RIT White did take that first point. Now, with the hybrid, they're going to start pushing that cart down the road. We have to get in here and contest it. They can't push it farther than we did, or to exactly where we did.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, we have our ults coming. You know, it's unfortunately... it happens so fast, sometimes we can't even build those ults.
Yeah.
So.
But we are going to get to this point, and we're going to have at least 4 ults. I mean, Crimson is probably going to have his ult here, too, just from healing.
Oh.
Ooh, we are going to be seeing a Zarya ult come down, and the Venture ult, and the Sojourn ult. Everybody's pressing Q.
Yeah.
We don't want RIT pushing any further than they
Keene
have
State needs to use all their ults, you know? Get in there. We need to hold this objective.
That Orisa is going to go down to both supports. Midas switching onto the Winston to just try and get to this point. And Keene State is going to be pushing RIT back away from here.
Nice. We were able to hold that. Looking at the ult game on RIT's side, they do have that Mayall, which we got to be careful for. That could be
and they are going to have
impactful.
that Terror Surge too,
yeah.
and they're going to have that Nano very quickly. But if you look, Hoodnut's already back up to 60%.
That is true.
I don't know if he's running any perks to help boost that up, but like...
We hear that Mei ult going out.
And the Terror Surge went out too. Crimson Ghost absolutely holding down that left click.
Please, please.
He is actually going to be running out of his left click here. Not what you're wanting to see. This is one of those negative side effects of being a Moira player. I'm sure you can attest to this.
That's literally the worst feeling.
You are limited, and it's a recharge, not a reload. So you literally have to wait out the timer.
Yeah, or do damage.
And I don't know about you, but he could try and get some damage out or just keep spraying down that left click.
Oh.
And Hoodnut is going to get slept there.
That was crazy.
Nice anti coming out onto the Sojourn. Sleep does miss. And Keene State is contesting this at 3 meters, 2 meters.
We're on here. We're out here, though. We're still
We are in there like swimwear.
Oh. Crimson Ghost.
We are getting this touch. Coalescence is out. Coalescence is down. Midas trying to stay alive, but gets antied.
Oh. super close match again with RIT. Just we're neck and neck. Two really good teams in the finals.
I hate to say it, but we might have to start running the Orisa Ditto here.
Oh, no. Not the Orisa.
It's either that or Mauga.
Mauga.
Oof.
Well, we'll have to see what we decide to do.
Yeah.
We will be heading to our next match, which is going to be Flashpoint. Yeah.
RIT
White gets to choose, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
And this is a reminder, tonight's game on the Owls Media Network is brought to you by the Melanson Company, commercial and residential roofing since 1932.
And we will be back. And we are back with the third match of the night, New Junk City.
This is our third game of the night. RIT 2, Keene State 0. However, it has been a very, very close night. So this could potentially be our last game of the season, but I'm super hopeful. Again, all of these games have been so close. It's nail-biting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is our Flashpoint match. If you are not aware of what it is, it's basically Control on steroids.
Faster Control.
There's no downtime in between. It is done one onto the next. And we are going to be seeing a little bit of a roster shakeup. We are going to be seeing Hot Pocket subbing in for Midas. And Tut subbing in for, or not Tut, Goofy subbing in for Hoodnut.
Yeah, and we do have Tut here on the Symmetra. This is a lot of familiar characters here.
Yeah.
For Keene State.
And we are going to be seeing the Risa swapping onto a Junker Queen instead for this.
Tut goes down. That Junker Queen, enemy Junker Queen.
Goofy looking for a kill, lands it onto the Lucio. Now looking at the Mei. Hot Pocket is going to diff the tank there. Just what we're wanting to see, just what we're needing to see. But we do need to try and control this point.
Yeah, we're still in this. RIT White did take the point, but we're still on point. We're still close.
Mei is going to go down to Tut here.
Nice. We're capping that back now. Getting control.
Does send a hook out. Does unfortunately miss. Pigpen is going to be triggered by that Junker Queen. Suzu does go out from the enemy Kiriko. Does manage to land the hook, but Hot Pocket is going to go down there.
Yeah, our supports are going to back off. We did surpass them. Ooh, no, Crimson Ghost.
Crimson Ghost is going to go down.
Oh no, they came after us, so that's going to stagger our
that is going to stagger Shadow.
Point. Yeah.
We do have one support, though, and we do have tank. Obviously, pushing it with only one support is never the best option, but if we're looking to touch, we might have to.
Yeah. RIT White
Kitsune is going to be going out.
On us. They're trying to keep us from touching.
Shadow is going to get a kill with this Coalescence, though.
Nice. Oh.
Rampage is going to be going out. Is going to hit Hot Pocket. Not what we're wanting to see. However, Keene State is going to regain control of the point.
They're looking for that Kiriko.
Curie, no Suzu and no TP. And Goofy is going to steal that kill from Hot Pocket.
Keene State's still on the point here.
Still holding it.
Gonna have to step off.
Blizzard is going to be going on to the point here. But it does not matter. Oh, this poor Mei. That poor Mei. I say that like Mei's don't deserve it.
Yeah, she does.
Ripped all Mei's in the chat, but...
Nice. Ooh. Keene State gonna get this point. Good job. First flashpoint. Nice. On to the next. It is best of 3.
Best of 5,
best of
actually.
I
First of 3.
Say that. First of 3. First of 3.
Capture is best of 3.
Yeah.
But due to the nature of this game mode being capture, but so much faster.
Yeah, it would be wicked fast.
It is a 3.
It's already fast.
Yeah.
Nope.
Goofy is going to stick the Venture. That is going to be 3 picks for Keene State.
Chasing down those supports. Unable to get an additional pick there, but we scared
Honestly,
him off.
I will take Goofy staying alive and not getting that extra pick than Goofy going down there.
For
it is
sure.
crucial to have him up here. The amount of fights we've won because he's able to just blink behind them and just get even the slightest amount of poke damage, but make them turn around, is absolutely devastating. And we are going to be seeing the Junker Queen switching back onto the Orisa. However, she's getting absolutely burned already. And that is Beat going to be coming out here. Coalescence
missing.
A little bugged on our end. However, it is going to be going out, keeping most of us alive. May swapped to Tracer.
We are at almost 70% here, over 70. We will see if
Hot Pocket is going
RIT
to be contesting still.
We're still contesting it. That's impressive.
Keene State is probably going to get to 90% before RIT takes it.
Super important hold there.
Yeah,
95%.
95%.
Yeah, we need
Keene
to work
State
on
needs
this
to win
one more time.
One team fight.
Yeah.
Get 3-4 picks and chase down the last couple guys. Have one person sit point just to capture.
Very, very doable for Keene State right now to get this second point.
Yeah. Hot Pocket and Tot looking for some unfortunate victim to just walk around this corner.
Yeah, we're looking for a way to get in there. Can't wait too long, but...
Jab hits... It almost looks like that jab hit through the wall there.
Yeah.
You know what? Can't be worse than day one Roadhog hook.
Hot Pocket in the...
In the thick of this right now.
Yeah, in the thick. And everyone did go down, but... Except for Crimson Storm survived. Or, I mean, Crimson Storm. Shadow Storm.
Shadow Storm. I'm like,
my bad there,
Crimson died. Shadow's alive.
Crimson Storm is what I said. They're one unit.
Yes, they are one entity, one being. And Hot Pocket switching onto the Diva. RIT is going to take the second point. Enemy Pulse Bomb does go out and unfortunately finds Goofy.
Yeah, a lot of damage, a lot of, like, an ult going out there was quite odd. Oh.
Crimson trying to stay alive and unfortunately goes down.
Oh. They do not
Hot Pocket might be looking for a squish here.
Oh,
and unfortunately,
so
he almost finds it onto Lucio, but gets dropped just
crazy.
a
They were
frame
just
too
letting
soon.
him live for so long.
I think they were just trying to stagger that respawn.
I know, but I was like, dang.
Smart on them, but hate to see it.
I mean, we do it. It's fair.
Yeah, it's the nature of the game.
So we are 1-1 now.
Hot Pocket walking onto this point. Reality, or not reality. Barrier is going to need to be going out and Beat. Looking at the Orisa. Trying to kill her.
We'll see if we see Kiriko's ult here.
We might. Suzu just landing in the nick of time. Crimson Ghost is going to go down. Hot Pocket is going to get a kill, but he goes down as well. Goofy going down now too. And it looks like we might opt for going for fourth point.
Yeah, Keene State deciding. Yeah, looks like we are just going to go for fourth point here. But they did waste their pulse charge, which was weird.
Yeah.
You know, if I had a nickel for every ult that was wasted, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but I swear that's happened twice.
In this map.
If you get that reference, you get a gold star for the night. Which, hopefully, a majority of our target audience does get that reference.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Enemy Kitsune and our Kitsune are both going to be popped here. Coalescence is going to be going out as well. Goofy's swapped onto the Cassidy here. Hot Pocket finds one. Tut goes down. Goofy, very nice shot. Oh my lord, what a hook.
Great there by Hot Pocket.
And we are locked in.
Yeah, start building percentage.
Probably be able to get 20, 25% before next team fight. Hopefully more. And Hot Pocket is already finding that Tracer.
Wow. Good pick to start. We'll see if RIT... It looks like they might wait to engage for their Tracer, which is interesting.
Oh, Tracer is switching to the Sojourn now.
Oh.
Me personally, I'm fine with this. A little less annoying and a little easier for our DPS to take care of. Hopefully. I don't want to cast or curse this here, but...
Don't say anything.
Nice shots coming out here from Tut.
Yeah.
Barrier is going down now, too.
This will be super big for this point, especially as it goes right through them.
Shadow's getting weak here. Hot Pocket looking to just take care of this Orisa, and he does. Lucio's dropped too. Sojourn is dropped. And Keene State looks like they're going to be taking fourth point.
2-2-2.
And that Kiriko is just barely going to make it out. Crimson Ghost did unfortunately go down there, but it is moving on to fifth and final flashpoint now.
This is our last point of this game. This is very big for Keene State. If they win this, we go on to another game.
We go on to push, I believe.
Yeah, we go on to push. If we don't win this, then that is going to be the end of the season. So a lot of pressure on this match.
Tut is going to be going down here. Not what we're wanting to see. But Shadow is already looking at the Sojourn and taking her down to half.
Displacing her. Keene State's going to back up here.
Yeah, I'm going to look for the regroup. Going to try and stay alive and take a team fight to reclaim this point. And we are going to come back and have 3 ults. Yeah. We're very similar in the ult game right now. But one good Coalescence, one good Kitsune rush.
A pick somewhere.
Something. There's our Coalescence. That is the enemy beat coming out.
Oh, it's missing again.
Shadow trying to stay alive here. And it's just going to be Hot Pocket left alive.
Yeah, just a lot of damage going out. RIT White holding that point solidly. Ooh.
Is fighting to Lucio. That's a massive pick for Keene State here.
Massive.
Risa is getting dropped down to half health here. And with only one support, that can be absolutely devastating for RIT. Hook does get broken because they get jabbed.
They're backing
Deadeye's
up.
coming out.
Might use
Orisa
here.
is just barely staying alive. Kusune Rush and Whole Hog going out. Very balanced right now. Never mind. It is a 3v2 for Keene State.
It's not over yet, though. Okay. Yeah, Keene State's got the point now. So.
I was going to say, Keene State has this.
We have it.
For now.
It's definitely not over. We still got to build percentage here.
Yeah.
RIT
we'll probably be 50, 55% before next team fight.
They definitely have at least 2 opportunities to get back in here, so we'll see. Keene State's doing a great job.
Yeah, Hot Pocket is switching onto that Doomfist now. A little bit better for that mobility to retake these team fights. Terror Surge going out.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Tut unfortunately goes down, but he did get that wall to protect everybody there. Hot Pocket and Shadow going down, and Crimson goes in Goofy now too.
And that might be it for Keene State, unfortunately. Super tough game.
And that is, unfortunately, going to be RIT White taking the championship.
Yeah. Good match, good match.
Really well played.
Tough.
From everybody on both sides of the playing field.
Some of the best games of Overwatch I've seen all year, so good job to both teams. Very tough. you know, we knew it was going to be tough going in, high division.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to see. This is our last game, so we'll see if we can get anybody in here for some interviews. But, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good to watch. Thank you for watching, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, this is going to be our one and only interview for tonight. It is very late, and I have an 8 a.m. public speaking class tomorrow. You know, you love it. Yeah, love doing this to myself. And this is also going to be the last stream that we have for the season. Yeah. So I just want to say, first of all, despite how tonight ended up going, yes, it would have been amazing to win, but the fact that we got to where we were, placed 2 in a higher division than we've ever been, working probably the best as a team that I've ever seen us. You know me, I've watched every single game, even if I'm not here. Even if I'm driving and I'm all the way in Hampton, I got a stream going.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it.
I try. I might lose signal for 25 minutes and be like, oh, well, there's half stream gone. But, like, you guys played an absolute phenomenal, dominating game tonight. I was edge of my seat. Morgan was gripping the table. It was amazing to watch.
It was. They're tough opponents. So
yeah.
You got to give it to them in the end. But
yeah. I mean, we came full circle here.
Yeah, I'd love to see him next semester. Hopefully we get that rematch in there.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see what we have ahead of us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, after tonight, I know moods are kind of dampened a little bit, but, like, from your perspective, what was, like, the highlights of tonight besides just making it number 2 seed, higher division, and championship finals?
When I was spectating, I got to give a shout out to Hot Pocket. Shay, he was hitting some nasty hooks in there.
Shay, I mean,
dude, you see that tracer hook?
Oh my god, how did I not? We might have had a little Hot Pocket bias for most of the games tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he's hitting hooks like that, how can you not?
Can't blame him. Yeah, we almost got ahead of them with that third round.
Yeah.
Having Shay in there. But they switched it up, countered him, went back on that Orisa. Hate to see it.
You do.
But we'll see how we change.
Curse you, Orisa players.
Yeah, honestly. Chooses Orisa.
In this meta?
Honestly.
This isn't day 1 Overwatch 2. She's not meta.
Honestly, how disappointing.
So, obviously, there was Season Pass yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You've definitely gone through Passionos. You've seen there's hero bans for comp. There's new stadium game mode. There's new hero Freya.
Oh, yeah.
There's new perk reworks. Some heroes getting new ones. Some heroes just getting buffs elsewhere. What to you stood out as the biggest change this season?
Biggest change this season? I mean, I'm liking Freya, honestly. Freya is pretty fun.
Yeah?
New DPS hero, I can't complain.
I mean, you're a DPS main. You're kind of biased that way.
Honestly, I can't really do anything about that. But, hey, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Haven't had one since Venture, and
I mean,
I like Venture, so bring on more.
Might we see a little bit of Venture gameplay next season?
Yeah, maybe Venture, Freya. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. build out that roster? Are we gonna get solo queue Freya only to Masters?
I don't know about that one.
I mean, who was it? Crimson Ghost that did Brig only?
I did Brig only.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah, that was right. That was you.
Yeah.
That was my boy.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Brig in a bit, but hopefully, maybe next semester.
Maybe next.
I'd love to see what we can do next semester here.
Yeah.
It was a tough end to this one, but
I mean, getting this far was absolutely beautiful to watch. Just seeing all of that progression build throughout the semester.
Yeah. Maybe
Looking after tonight, what do you think you guys are going to look forward to for next? Like, what do you have to build up on?
I don't know. Maybe just improving our individual skills at this point. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I need to work on my aim. That's what I know.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know us. We watch every POV we can, but there's only so much we can do. Your team fights, especially tonight, they were looking absolutely beautiful. Yes, somebody got picked, and then it kind of crumbled from there. Unfortunately, that just happens when they're playing characters like Mei, Arisa, getting that weird comp going that we just don't play against.
It is rough.
It's rough, but you guys were absolutely dominating. Like, you would get 1 or 2 picks. Hot Pocket would get 1 hook, and then they'd all just scatter.
Yeah, it was tough, but we did have those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully next season when we see RIT.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Next season we win. We win next.
Yeah, sure.
Not going to cast a curse, I swear. Tables would, probably.
But, yeah. Not how we want to end the season, but we got pretty far.
We got
so
championship. We got championship.
But it's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
I know you got an ADM.
It's painful. Show up anyways. I already did my speech. That is going to be it from us over in casting. This is our last stream of the semester.
Oh, yeah.
GG go next.
Yep.
We will see you all next year. Fall semester.
See ya.
See ya.